So we're in round two here. Gabriel Benitez, Maheshate. After round one, it's 22-19. Gabriel Benitez, some big punches being landed by both fighters. 22-19, Benitez in significant strikes. No control time just yet. Round two getting ready to kick off right now. And we're here throughout, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a long one. It's the first fight of the night among 13 fights. And anytime you have more than 12, the UFC wastes no time in getting started because they're already behind the eight ball in terms of time. So this fight's already underway, round two. And Maheshate comes in with a flying knee. And I think it's important we know who we got in this fight. So let me pull that up real quick. We got Gabriel Benitez winning this thing. Ooh, and a big left now by Benitez. 45 seconds gone in round two. So we got a lot of big fights tonight, including when we work our way into the main card, your main event, Matthias Nicolau, Alex Perez, flyweight division, back-to-back weeks, flyweight division, like it or not. Even UFC 301 next week. Flyweight title on the line. Pantoja versus Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg getting an opportunity. Benitez coming out early with the leg kicks. I mean, this is ridiculous. 14 for 14. You don't see that every day. He's rolling already. Maheshate takes one to the body, and he's trying to feint with his back leg and the right arm like he's going to throw, trying to set something up. And Benitez isn't flinching at all. He lands a combo, right, left, and a big left, takes a left. Okay. And it's interesting, when we're doing fight predictions, everybody's got two names. And I'm sure Maheshate has two also, but all they list them as is Maheshate. That's it. First name and last name, Maheshate. This is a lightweight fight too, man. Listen, lightweight division, best division in the UFC, bar none. Not even close. Welterweight was heating up at one point with Hamza in that division. He moved up to middleweight, kind of beefed that division up, but weakened the welterweight, which was a close number two for a long time. At one point when we were doing polls, welterweight took over, but now it's all lightweight division. Easy. No fights last week. After UFC 300, everybody just needed to calm down, right? We're getting our picks in order. We got probably 30 picks up, including the 13 for this week and then another 17 UFC 301. Got a lot of those done already. 303 with McGregor and Chandler, 302 with Islam and Poirier. So it's going down, man. And right now, 94 and 66, and we'll pull those picks up later. But 94 and 66 on the year, but just 6 and 7 in the main event, and that's going to be the big topic tonight as we get closer to it. We got to win and move to 7 and 7. Benitez stumbling a little bit. Punches from Maheshate taking over. Now Benitez landing a lot of leg strikes, 20 for 20. I mean, every time he goes for it, he lands it. And there's one that was blocked. Will that count? We'll see. Benitez outstriking Maheshate just barely, but he's outpacing him with leg strikes. It's still Maheshate who leads 38-9 now in head strikes, and that's going to pay off at the end of the day. On the judges' scorecard especially. Final minute, round two. As we go up and down this card, in between fights, we'll look at some big stories. Hamza Chimaev in the news, Conor McGregor, of course, first Chandler. Got Yuri Prochazka talking about going back to middleweight if he can win the belt. I mean, it's crazy. These guys are all over the place. Sean O'Malley wants to go into boxing. Nate Diaz and Masvidal in boxing and wanting to come back to the UFC. It's like, everybody get it together, man, and just fight in the UFC. 70-70 in significant strikes here. Heading toward the end of round 2. And a big right. By Maheshate with a big flying knee here. Final 10 seconds. And I tell you, that can get him the round. Going to make this 3rd round very interesting as we come to an end. Maheshate leads 52-39 in head strikes. Benitez 23-3 in leg strikes, but that doesn't get you much in terms of the refs, right? That doesn't get you much at all. The head strikes are what's going to lead you to the victory on the judges' scorecard. Make no mistake about it. Ooh, we haven't done this in a while either. Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't done this in a while, starting the watch party from the beginning. What the heck do we talk about for the next 6 or 7 hours? Going to be interesting. We'll come up with whatever we got to talk about, division by division. So since we're in the lightweight division, what's going on here? Well, what's happening is Islam Makhachev just rules the division. Charles Oliveira fell at UFC 300, so now you got a rising contender for Makhachev, but he's got to get through Dustin Poirier first. There's going to be no shortage of opponents lining up to fight him. Make no mistake about it. Both guys hug it out here, heading in, or at the beginning of round 3, and because this fight's, looking like it could go the distance, or it's deep in round 3, the next fight featuring Ivana Petrovic will get started almost immediately. First 20 seconds gone. And now a leg kick by Maheshate. These guys are not attempting takedowns. There's no takedowns right now. There's only 3 seconds of control throughout the fight, and it's just all striking. And Mahashate's really starting to pull away now in head strikes, 62-44. And I think Maheshate may very well be up 2-0 in the judges' scorecards. And we're heading towards starting this card 0-1. I was a little bit worried about this card too, in terms of the 13 picks, because we took a lot of underdogs, and that never works out well. But there's guys like Tim Means, even though he's 40, we think he's going to win tonight. A lot of fighters, again, that are underdogs, we're picking to win, so we'll see what happens. Now we got a poke. They'll break up and they'll restart. Minute 20 gone in round 3. Now Benitez switching stances to righty, back to lefty. Takes a leg kick right to the abdomen. And when you look at the stats, you might think, okay, Benitez has a chance here. I mean, it's basically 86-85 in significant strikes, so it's very close. But head strikes, Mahashate's up by 15. Benitez is landing a lot of leg strikes. He's up 24-3. So when you consider they're tied in significant strikes, but Benitez is landing all these leg strikes, he's going to lose this fight by decision. He doesn't step it up. Now, nice stiff right jab. Benitez in the green shorts. Round's halfway over. Nice leg kick there by Benitez. And despite landing 25 leg kicks on 25 attempts, 25 for 25, Maheshate, showing nothing as if it's hurting him at all. Benitez lands a big left. Pushing Maheshate back, 2:10 left in round 3. If you're just joining us, first fight of the night. We're going to be here for a while. And again, we haven't done this in a long time, starting from the beginning. Looks like it's going to be the future, ladies and gentlemen. We just got to get used to it and get into a groove. We want to be here from beginning to end going forward. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. That's the key. Get all your predictions. And check us out on the TCMMA podcast, 2 or 3 shows a week, all UFC. As we break the fights down and definitely get into the biggest topics that are out there. And both guys just traded now. It's picking up. Gabriel Benitez takes the lead in significant strikes, 104 to 101. It's certainly a good fight. And at the end of the day, when you look at the significant strike comparison, which tends to be the main stat that you see when you're trying to break down these fights, you don't see that Benitez, for him, it was all leg kicks. You're not going to see that Maheshate's up 81 to 70. So he may very well lead in significant strikes and lose the fight. And sometimes when I'm doing fight breakdowns, I'm saying, how did he lead in significant strikes and lose the fight? Especially if you're up by 15 or 20. And the main reason that is because the head strikes are close, or in fact, you're actually losing at head strikes. Like Benitez is down by 10 head strikes right now. That's really the main factor. Body strikes is worth a little less. Leg strikes aren't worth that much at all, of course. If you're a guy like Dustin Poirier, it could be a big deal because you can hinder your opponent's ability going forward. And Benitez led by 3 significant strikes in round 1. Maheshate led by 3 in round 2, 51 to 48. So a huge round 2 for both guys. And here we go as we wind this thing down. Final 10, they're swinging. Ooh, and a big right knee to the body for Maheshate to finish it. Benitez is walking to the corner with his hands up. Maheshate's got his hands on his hips. He's certainly tired. And at the end of the day, nothing much has changed, okay? Benitez took the lead in significant strikes, doing a little bit better in round 3. He led 115 to 109, but trailed in head strikes 86 to 76. Leg strikes 27 to 3. And that's really the only area of the 3 that Benitez led. So we're about to see right now among the refs what is important, right? What is important in terms of leg strikes versus head strikes. We know head strikes are more important. It's within 10. Okay, it's within that margin where Benitez could potentially get the victory. This is going to come down to judge by judge. I wouldn't be surprised if one judge had it 30 to 27 one way and another judge had it 30 to 27 the other way. It's just that type of fight. And it's coming back now. Both fighters working their way to the center of the octagon. You would think it's going to be a quick decision here. And Joe Martinez working his way into the center of the octagon, and we're going to get a decision. Here we go. Here we go. 29-28 Benitez, so split decision. I knew it'd be close. Makes sense. Here we go, final judge. 29-28 for the winner. Maheshate gets the win. And we start the night, we just confirm it, we start the night 0-1, and that's never fun, because now we're battling from a negative situation. But listen, Maheshate deserved the victory. Very close everywhere. Just get rid of the leg strikes, and Maheshate easily won this fight. But I could see why one judge gave it to Benitez and 2 gave it to Maheshate. And you look at all the rounds between the 3 judges, 3 rounds each, 3 judges, 9 total rounds. It was 5-4 when scoring them for Maheshate. So he gets the win here at UFC Vegas 91 lightweight division.